Hello everybody and welcome back. Yep, we are returning to the Cyndaquil shiny hunt. And today, we are going to be hitting odds. So let's get going. This is going to be fun, except not really, because Cyndaquil wants to be a shoe. But how's everyone doing tonight? Hope you guys are all doing well. And yes, for those who do not know, I am the final member of the Elite Four for the Streamer Gym Leader Challenge that Metal Mental is doing. And yeah, I am the champion. So you guys are going to get to see some fun battles in about 2 weeks when the Elite Four finally concludes with 5 battles. But yes, let's get going. But how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, we're going to be hatching a bunch of Cyndaquil eggs today, because I need to get the Cyndaquil shiny. I want to get it soon, because I would like to get these shinies before the next Terra Raid boss is a thing, because we know that they pretty much announce the next raid bosses about a week out. So, like, so we got, like, the announcement for Typhlosion about a week and a half ago. So a few more days, then they're gonna probably announce, like, maybe like this Thursday, actually maybe tomorrow or maybe even Friday. They're gonna be announcing, yeah, this is what the next raid level Terra 7 boss is, and then it's time to get prepared for that one. I hope as well, Black Red Pill. I would very much like to get that shiny tonight. Because I love Shiny Cyndaquil. Again, Cyndaquil was the first Pokemon that we picked on this channel, so it's a little special. But like with Ho-Oh, it would be very fitting if this one does go pretty heavily over odds. Speaking of actually Ho-Oh, I actually did a bunch of Ho-Oh Dynamax adventures earlier today, which is why this might be a little bit on the shorter side stream-wise, because you guys may not realize it, but this is sort of the awkward part about doing recording, editing, and then the streaming in conjunction with just like other stuff. Cause I also like I go running every day too. Is that completely just mentally exhausts you? And it's one of those things where like if you do too much of that stuff during the day, you will kind of like blank out later at night. So it's one of those things where, as much as I enjoy streaming, I kind of do get a bit more tired than I can like kind of deal with after a point. So I can't do like I can't do like, you know, say 100 or something DAs for Ho-Oh in a day and then do, you know, like a 2-hour thing streaming and go take my dog out for a walk and go running around the block a few times and these other stuff. So like it's kind of those exhausting things. So I kind of am taking Ho-Oh a bit slowly. But welcome in, Nafy. Can one of the mods please go grab Nafy's link? How are you doing, our good buddy Nafy? We're just doing a little bit of sparkle hunting. What's that? There's a thing over there. What is that thing? Is it a Slowpoke? I think that's got to be a Slowpoke. But yeah, we've actually been getting a couple of shinies in Shield version as the Dynamax adventures have been ongoing. Okay, yeah, it's a Slowpoke. We've been getting a bunch of shinies from those DAs. And they've been helping us with our living shiny decks, which is good. I'm doing very, very well in AP. Doing delightful, aside from the fact that Cyndaquil is refusing Sparkle for us. But we're eventually going to get it. Again, as all shinies are, we must eventually get the Sparkles. I've actually been... I was almost about to say shiny hunting Miraidon, but you can't shiny hunt Miraidon. I've been resetting Miraidon because I want to catch my Miraidon in a Beast Ball. Because, like, I like Pokeball theming. And it's like, I've been just passively doing a thing of, like, I reset, okay, like, every few days, I do, like, okay, we'll catch a couple Miraidon, and we'll try and get it in the Beast Ball. If it doesn't catch, restart. Doesn't catch, restart. Doesn't catch, restart. Doesn't catch, restart. And just keep doing that. And I did about 20 of those today. Because for those who don't know, the odds of me actually catching Miraidon, because I actually have a Pokeball catch calculator, is no catch power so yeah, no. For those who don't know, like, with no catch power, with no anything, I have a 1.26% chance of catching it, meaning that I'm basically going to need to go through about 100 Pokeball throws at it with the Beast Ball to catch it. I'm going for full odds. You're crazy, Nafy. You're crazy. Like, I might be crazy enough to try and go for friggin' Beast Ball Miraidon catches, but I'm not going for 3-segment full odds dead on Unsparse. You crazy you are crazy, Nafy. But that's why we love you. You. Foxes. But yeah, I do want to get my Miraidon into Beast Ball. Again, for those who don't know, I really like Pokeball theming, and you know, I've been doing this passively for the last like couple of weeks, and it's like I do a couple of them every single day because, you know, the odds of me getting it are, again, statistically speaking, I'll need to go through about 60 catches, like, well, 60 attempts in order to get like a 50-50 shot at catching it. Meaning by around encounter 230, I am at like a 95% chance of catching it because, again, like, that's the way statistics work. And I just want to get them right out with it. I mean, we love the Navy. We love the Navy. So also, how is female rare Mark 3-segment dead out with perfect IVs caught in Beast Ball? Let's find the hunt. I know it took someone like 300 to find a follow-up. Yikes. I know there's someone who went like, they're over like 300 or something for something at the moment. But yeah, full odds hunting, I think I'm going to get my fill of those with the Poipole shiny I need to do, the second Poipole shiny I need to do, the, what's its face called? The Type Null shiny I need to do, then the next Type Null shiny I need to do. There's a lot of hunts I need to do with full odds. And then the Lugia shiny, which is going to be full odds as well. And the fossils in Generation 7. Let's go. Oh, that's awesome. No, it's all right. But like, we don't talk about IRL stuff if it's like bad news. Like stuff like that. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's awesome stuff. Like, we're okay with talking about IRL stuff if it isn't, like, serious, you know, sad topic sort of thing. That's kind of like the only thing we try to, because we try to get all positivity. But stuff like that, that is awesome. God. That is going to be another one up until 4. There we go. 50. But yeah, speaking of actually IRL, my allergies have been absolutely shrekking me today. Because, for those who don't know, I have allergies. It's the reason I despise pollen. I don't know what it is. I've really been into full odds, honestly. It's just so satisfying with finding them. See, this is the difference between you and me, Nate. I mean, again, I think this goes into more my mentality of, like, functionality. Like, I'm function over form. You know, for me, it's like, I don't care what the thing looks like. I will use it regardless. If given the chance, I will have, like, that extra flourish of, like, yeah, I went for a shiny. I didn't need to, but I went for a shiny of it. You know, just, like, that extra little flourish is, you know, neat. But, I mean, I'm more, like, you know, functionality over form. So, for me, I use shinies to flex in competitive. But if I can't get the shiny, I don't really have an issue with it. So it's more like my mentality and my perspective of things. But I can definitely understand, like, the satisfaction of finally getting something after a ridiculous hunt. But at the same time, just imagining something like, say, yeah, Dynamax Adventures Shiny Ho-Oh. So many over odds with that. Then, like, triple that. I'm just like, I would never do this. Like, this would break me. Which is one of the reasons why it's like, yeah, definitely not Alan is at over like 23 times odds for his shiny Mewtwo hunt in Sword and Shield. That's 2,300 Mewtwo Dynamax Adventures and not a shiny Mewtwo. And that is like, graft that level of odds insanity onto previous games is like, no. Holy crap, that's terrifying, and I do not want to ever do this. But yeah, it's like, I'm looking forward to the shiny hunt in Soul Silver. I mean, honestly, I know I'm like kind of talking about like full odds with me is not like the greatest of things, but I am looking forward to that full odds shiny Lugia hunt, because I don't get, like, I think it could be like a fun little juxtaposition of like the Ho-Oh shiny hunt and then the Lugia shiny hunt. That's kind of how I see it. It's nice to have. I love the thrill of the hunt rather than the shiny itself. I would release afterwards if I wanted. That's heartless, and I like it. But yeah, for me, it's more of like it's functionality over form. I hunt shinies like I'm a completionist. You know, like this is one of the things about me that I don't really 110% like about myself is that I have that absurd desire to go to completion. Like a good example of this is back when I was playing Call of Duty. I went out of my way to do I played zombies. Like, I exclusively played zombies. But I really wanted Dark Matter camo. And because there was like a time for like 2 or so weeks where I got a little bit tired of zombies, I was like, you know, I want to play some multiplayer just to spice things up a little bit. And I got a couple of the multiplayer camos. I was like, okay, well, now I want to get all the camos for this thing, so it's even now. I have everything. And I was like, well, I can't just have one thing done with gold camo. Now I gotta do the rest of them. So we did the rest of the weapons, got them to gold. And then I got Dark Matter, and it was like, okay, Dark Matter's awesome, but at the same time, I couldn't just leave well enough alone. And it's like, I need to go for all of them. It's the reason why, like, Kirby is a dream series for me, because there is so much to do. Like 100%ing Kirby games, like Kirby games, you know, they're not that hard. You know, you can just, you know, suck an enemy into your mouth and just float over most things. You know, you can suck something up and just spit out a star bullet. You know, they're not the hardest of games. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. You have no idea the dialyzed nightmares that Kirby games are. Extra mode, true arena, 120 everything. Kirby is one of those games where it's just, you can just do so much. I have begun working on 100%ing Return to Dreamland Deluxe. The final thing to 100% about it is going to be finishing True Arena. But how are you doing, J Games? Can one of the mods please go grab J Games' link? Also, Omar, welcome in. Thank you for sending me that link to Legendary's new Godzilla movie trailer reveal. Holy crap, that's awesome. And again, those who know me know I love my Godzilla monsters. I love me and my kaiju. They are delightful, and I always look forward to more movies with kaiju in them, because again, I love kaiju. Cyndaquil hatched from the egg. I'm doing very well. We actually had it was a breakfast for dinner sort of day today. So we had waffles for dinner. So Godzilla the movie trailer reveal, waffles for dinner. Today's just going pretty good. Today's been delightful. There's only one thing that could make today even more delightfully delightful. And that is if we can finally manage to get this shiny. That's what I really want today. But yeah, I've also been on a bit of an editing spree. But the other thing is, like, I kind of need to clear out space on my PC. Because those who don't know, I keep a lot of my recording files until after they're uploaded. When they're uploaded, then I delete them. But the issue is, for me, I have recorded the entirety of Magolor Epilogue. which is a lot. So essentially, I have at all times 2 copies of every file I have recorded on my PC. And it takes a good long time for me to, like, go through and get all of that space cleared out. Which is why, like, periodically I will be just going through the version of Godzilla. Which version? This is Godzilla Final Wars. This is the Final Wars version of Godzilla. Does it actually say on here anywhere? No, it's not. Okay. But no, this is Godzilla Final Wars. You got that when we went to New York City. Good couple years ago. I got a figure of Kiryu over on my my nightstand. But the thing is, I was a little bit of a dum-dum, and I have like this glass little periodic table thing. And Kiryu's foot was on the corner of that for a couple of years, and the weight kind of deformed Kiryu's foot, so it doesn't like stand up correctly these days, which kind of annoys me because like I really love that figure, but it stands up fine on its own. It just like leans a little bit on one foot because one of the legs is a little bit shorter now, so it kind of like always like leans. So it slightly leans forward to the right, and it's why I don't have it on the thing behind me, because like it's, I mean, also it would just blend in with the wall. You really wouldn't be able to tell what it is. Godzilla's silhouette is far more iconic. I just got a bunch of Godzilla figures. I was gonna put Melia there, but Melia is again too like thin and just kind of blend in with the back. I'm looking forward to Omar so much. I am looking forward to Godzilla X Kong. He's just like, again, the fact that we are getting Godzilla movies again is it's a dream. It does not feel real to me. Yeah, exactly, the plastic warp from sitting too long. Because what I've tried doing is putting it over the air vent where like the heat's coming through during winter to try to see if that would get the plastics like ease up and like go back down. It fixed it a little bit. It used to lean forward a lot more. I did somewhat fix it, though they're doing another one. They're basically doing like a sequel to it. It's not gonna be Godzilla versus Kong again, but it's gonna be like another movie that has Godzilla and King Kong in it. And I'm looking forward to it. Because like, again, I've mentioned this before. I have been a Godzilla fan for nearly 2 decades. You know, ever since I was a wee, small child. To the point where I used to get like mocked, picked on, and bullied at school for like my entire life because of it. It's like, no, I always loved this stuff. And it's like, the fact that we are now getting more Godzilla content, and that it is like a semi-mainstream thing, is just like catharsis after all those years. And it's like, I don't even care. I don't even care what happened. It's like, you know, I'm happy that these things are happening. I'm okay with this. I would rather go through all that mockery again for more of these movies. Because you know what? It was freaking worth it. How you doing, Ash? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing to what, like, the new movies have. I just really hope that they bring back more of the classic Toho mods. Like, I want to see Desotroya. I want to see Gigan. I want to see freaking Megalon. I want to see freaking giant 300-foot tall beetle monster with drill hands. I don't care if it looks stupid. I love that. Like, that's the best part about these movies. These movies just don't give a fuck. They don't care. That's why I love them. But how you doing, Ash? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm just kind of relishing in the glory of the Godzilla vs. Kong new movie. Hey, Title 5 update for Monster Hunter Rise is sounds fun. I have never played a Monster Hunter game. I really want to play Monster Hunter though. One of my friends, I was actually about to say, one of my friends, the person that redacted Pokemon from the Soul Link is named after, is a fan of Monster Hunter, but I then realized, wait, that's not coming out until episode 5, and I can't say that because that would spoil one of the pairs for the Soul Link. But yeah, trust me, like, there's a whole lot of awesome stuff that's gonna be in like the next few episodes of the Soul Link, everyone. Like, if you want to see chaos and you want to see like a whole bunch of shenanigans, you're gonna love the Soul Link. I've heard great things about it, but this is kind of the thing. I still have 2 games that I have yet to even crack open and play. I have not opened my Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and I have not opened my Metroid Dread yet. And then I still need to play Metroid Prime. So like I have so many games that I still need to play, but like going to any new ones is like it's hard. Yeah, I don't think that they will. I think that they did say something like they were not going to, like it was meant to be like a standalone movie. You know, like standalone movie as in like they'd leave it on like a bit of a sequel hook. But I think it's one of those movies where the movie works better as a standalone, and that having a sequel to it might kind of undermine it in a bit of a way. It's a bit weird, like, yeah, like, a movie like that was, like, very interesting, like, actually quite an interesting idea for a movie. And then, doing more of it would be awesome, but it kind of would take away from a lot of the things about it just to do it a bit of again. Here's the thing, I actually don't mind the 1998 Godzilla movie. Again, throwing hands statement, I don't hate it. Like, is it great? No, not by a long shot. But I like the idea that it's sort of an alternate take of it, as well as the fact that, especially, in Godzilla Final Wars, Toho literally bought the rights to Zilla just to kill it on screen. Which, like, that is a power move right there. You paid however many millions, thousands of dollars to buy the rights to a character just to have Godzilla blow it to smithereens in like 10 seconds. Round of applause, frickin' Toho right there. That is a power move. And you do not see that again. Like, you do not see shenanigans like that in modern movies and stuff. I love it. Again, you don't see it, but like, it's awesome. I wish they... That's great. I mean, it would be almost like... I mean, I guess you can't really say it like that, because, like, you don't have to buy the rights to use the Spinosaurus, because, like, the Spinosaurus isn't a trademark. I love that. It's like, they bought the rights to Zilla, and then just destroyed Zilla in, like, 10 seconds after it made its arrival. It's like, no, guys, we'll just blast into the Sydney Opera House, and then it's just gone. Yeah, that's so true. But I think that's what makes Sheen a little more terrifying, is, like, if you see what happens to Sheen after, like, it emerges from, like, its, like, induced coma at the end of the movie, it wouldn't be as terrifying to see, because this is sort of the thing about, like, horror, is the thing you imagine is always scarier than what is actually presented. That's why a movie like Aliens, a movie like Alien works so well. That's why, like, Alien Isolation, until the reveal that, oh yeah, there's just a whole bunch of aliens, and there's actually a queen on the station, works so well. Because you just imagining everything, and, like, the picture you paint in your own mind of what is going on, as opposed to something being presented, it's more terrifying. Hello there, Sleep Geek. Absolutely glorious name right there. I also love Legendary Godzilla, Reggie Lucky. Honestly, I might be a sucker for the classic Godzilla look. But I just think Legendary's Godzilla design is just, it is chef's kiss. This is good, because it looks more, I guess it looks a little more realistic, I guess. Because, like, you know, I mean, I love the old Godzilla. Like, I mean, we love classic Toho Godzilla design. It's fantastic. It's iconic. But, like, it's something about, like, the stumpy neck, the head being, like, so shrunken in, like, there's, like, no neck, really. You know, there's no, like, long, extended neck. It looks a little more, like, realistic, and it looks a bit more, I don't know, I love the look of it. It just looks good. Thank you, Slate Geek. I love it. I hope I can get the Cyndaquil as well. The Monsterverse continues, calling the new Empire only in theaters. Really? It's gonna be next year, Omar. Next year we get that. I'm looking forward to that. Like, I just realized something. I'm not gonna be able to watch that with my dad. It's like, this is sort of a thing that, there's a bit of a Max's family thing. My dad, my brother, and I, we would always go out to the movies to, like, you know, see a movie in theaters. And recently, well, like, not recently, like 2 years ago, my dad moved away. So, you know, and he has to fly back, you know, for certain things. And we would always go and see movies together. So, like, you know, whenever a Marvel movie came out, we'd go see that. Whenever, you know, a Godzilla movie happened, we'd go see that. And, you know, just, like, you know, other movies, like, we wanted to see, we would go see. Like, we would see, like, even if, like, a movie wasn't in theaters, we would, like, you know, get together and watch that movie. And now it's, like, one of the things where it's just, like, it's gonna feel so weird going and seeing Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, not seeing it with my dad. Because it's like, we would always go see movies together. It's like, it feels wrong. No, can we cut off Wishing being in a coma? We don't want to Godzilla on Planet 1, the Space Odyssey. Because they go 21 Space Odyssey mode. Again, I still feel like the ending machine is more terrifying, not knowing what happens afterward. It's like, they win, sure. But we don't know what happens to Godzilla after it comes out of, like, the medically induced coma they put Godzilla in. Which is scary. Because, like, what happens when it wakes up? And again, it's more terrifying. What's in your mind? What happens? Stay the permanent Godzilla. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of good, you know, again, classic Godzilla. There's a lot of good design points in it. But I do like the modern new look. Actually, let me, you know what? I'm gonna go grab my legendary Godzilla figure. Yeah, I have a bunch of Godzilla figures. Not as many as I would like. I mean, not as many as I'd like to have. I guess, like, this is probably the better thing. Like, just use the shirt as a silhouette. Yeah, I've got, like, it's smaller. You know, that's all the other reason I don't have it up is, like, again, the figure is a lot smaller. But again, I love this design. Again, you know, smaller, like, wider neck. I like it. It looks more threatening, I guess. You know, it more monstrous. That's the right way of saying it. You know, where, like, you know, classic Godzilla looks, you know, a bit more like I think a dinosaur. Which, you know, I mean, obviously dinosaurs are awesome. But it looks, you know, it looks like a dinosaur out of, like, Jurassic Park. Whereas, you know, this would look like a crocodile dinosaur, whatever thing. I love it. It just looks great. Again, we here at Metamaxis love Godzilla. We love kaiju movies. We love monster movies. We love all things of assorted giant monsters. But there's just something so special about them. It's honestly just kind of an interesting thing to just think about. The way, like, all the ways that, like, the Godzilla series has, like, influenced other forms of media, like Pokemon, you know, monster things, you know, like suit acting in movies and like all of that just like kind of got its start because of Godzilla, like, you know, like a jump start because of Godzilla. So Godzilla vs. Kong, my mom thinks of Kong won. No, Godzilla won. Yeah, Godzilla won. Because the thing is, Godzilla killed Kong. Like, they have to restart Kong's heart in that movie because Godzilla kicked his ass. The other thing is, the implication being behind, you know, like the old, like, as my uncle calls it, why the hell does King Kong have Stormbreaker? The reason why they have the Godzilla dorsal spine axe, the implication being it took multiple of them to bring down a single Godzilla. So they made the Godzilla dorsal spine tomahawk as a weapon to fight the Godzillas, but it doesn't even the playing field. Godzilla is still bigger, stronger. You know, bigger and stronger in the sense of it has more musculature, it has, you know, better armoring, you know, it has scales. King Kong has no natural defenses. Godzilla has the scaling. King Kong is just meat. Godzilla has the atomic breath. Godzilla can swim. And then it's also, like, again, Godzilla's got claws. King Kong can punch, but Godzilla can just slash. You think go on because Godzilla's saved from Godzilla. Yeah, no. I mean, the reason why Kong goes to them is because Godzilla beat him. It's like, you beat him. That's the reason why, like, Kong just... The funny thing is, Godzilla doesn't care. Godzilla doesn't actually care about, like, the whole, like, the feud thing. Godzilla's just, like, minding his own business. Like, you're invading my territory. This is my territory. Just get out of my territory. I don't care which of us is stronger. Just get the hell out of here. I love it. It's like... My favorite part of that movie was when they're transporting Kong on all the ships, and it's just Godzilla's theme just plays, and it's just like in a sea of fire, and it's just like you just see Godzilla just staring right out of the camera at you, and it's like, holy hell, that gave me the chills when I saw that. It's like, that is how you turn a theme into just something terrifying and unsettling, in the best way. I love that scene. It's like, Wham shot. It was obvious Godzilla was gonna be number one. Kill King Ghidorah, burn down number two, Tom Blast, Son of the Earth. Yeah. Yeah, like, again, Godzilla was likely always going, I mean, obviously, Godzilla was not going to kill Kong in the end, because, again, marketing purposes, they're not going to kill off Kong. They're not going to. Wasn't even running around the Godzilla species with its skull crawler, the cube, the yes. Well, with King Kong, it's more a thing of, like, rivals in, like, strength. You know, it's like, we are both, like, the most powerful things, and King Kong doesn't like to answer to anything. It's essentially, like, Kong sees Godzilla as, like, a challenge to Kong's authority, essentially. But Godzilla just doesn't care. That's the reason why at the end of the movie, Godzilla just goes away. He just doesn't care anymore. I just don't... Godzilla is the ultimate thing of just, I don't care. And just goes back to the ocean. That's why King Kong at the end just accepts he got its ass kicked. It accepts Godzilla is stronger, but it doesn't actually matter. That's why it just drops the axe. Honestly, I am glad that they are probably getting rid of King Kong's Stormbreaker axe. As cool as it is, I think they kind of gotta go. It's kind of gotta go. Hello, Mudkip. Yeah. Though one of my favorite scenes of that entire movie is when Mechagodzilla just grabs the Skullcrawler and just lasers the thing in half. It's like, at first I really hated the design they had of that Mechagodzilla, but then I was like, wait. The reason why it doesn't have claws is because its arms aren't meant to be used to, like, slash things. They're meant to, like, clamp onto things and just pile drive it into other buildings. Like, the more it went on, the more, like, you know, this is actually, like, a really, really makes sense. Because all previous Mechagodzilla designs, they were vaguely Godzilla-shaped, just, like, artillery platforms. Only Mechagodzilla 1 ever realistically made sense for why it looks like Godzilla, because again, it is made by aliens to basically be a Terminator Godzilla, especially because, like, the fingers are, like, they're missiles, so it makes sense that they're, like, they're clawed. But, like, Mechagodzilla 2 is just, like, a Godzilla-shaped weapon platform. It doesn't need to be Godzilla-shaped. But if you get a shiny, we'll talk about, you know. Nah, there is one Pokemon I always name Godzilla, and that's Tyranitar. That is the only Pokemon that gets the honor of the Godzilla name. I think Kong doesn't even want to get involved in Godzilla's conflict, he just wants to live with it. I think it's a bit of the opposite. I mean, Godzilla sees more to, like, you're a threat to my territory. Like, the entire Earth is Godzilla's territory. And that's, like, why it fought and kicked King Ghidorah's ass. It's like, you're taking over my territory. You're not taking... This is my home. You're not coming to my home and taking over my stuff. And, like, it sees Kong as, like, kind of trying to do the same. At the end, it's like... Just get out of here. I'm stronger than you. Godzilla has, like, proved it is stronger. Like, Godzilla is very aggressive, but also, like... It's more Godzilla is, like, protecting its territory, like, it perceives as its territory from outside invaders, which is why it gets so aggressive on things. Like, you know what? Yeah, you know, Godzilla, like, it just wants to sit on his own, swim in his oceans, and not have to worry about giant world-ending monster threats. So when it sees a giant thing that could be a monster threat, it goes and fights stuff. Monster Zero did end up possessing Mechagodzilla. Well, the thing is, it was Ghidorah the entire time. Ghidorah's skull was basically like a computer, essentially. For essentially the program that ran Mechagodzilla was just King Ghidorah's brain, which absolutely brilliant thinking right there. Apex Cybernetics. Let's take the skull of the evil alien space dragon, plug that in to a giant robot body. What's the worst that could happen? How stupid are you? Then again, when you probably don't think about something. No, there's no way it could happen. Really. Yes, let's not hook up the psychic alien dragon's brain to the machine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I mean, it was a fairly stupid thing that they did, but at the same time, like, you know what, Godzilla still won in the end. They still won. Like, it's a fairly dumb comic booky villain moment, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? They're you don't need a good explanation. Did they not think he would possess? Probably they thought, oh no, it's just it's dead. They probably didn't think Ghidorah would continue to live on, because, like, again, it's a psychic thing. It's a psychic, like, brain echo. Ghidorah's consciousness is still a thing in there. They didn't realize that. Sometimes you gotta be really certain. Exactly. Like, just because you're smart doesn't mean you're intelligent. Like, you get all the good grades you want, but you could have, like, a bunch of stupid smooth brain moments. I am an example of that. Decently high grades in school, but I'm an idiot. There's a difference between being smart and intelligence. When I was like, I love Godzilla vs. Kong. I thought it was a very entertaining movie. As much as I like to rip on a few things, I did legitimately enjoy the movie. And I still think of the entire Monsterverse, I think it's the best. So, really, what was your re-experience playing Legends? I got a shiny in less than 5 minutes. If that doesn't sum up Legends in a nutshell, I don't know what does, but yep. I don't... That's literally a summation of the entire game right there. Cyndaquil. I want it. We are approaching odds. I said my theory. Kong wants to be left alone. Well, I mean, Kong just doesn't like taking orders from other things. That's the reason why King Kong actually didn't follow Ghidorah's like, when Ghidorah called out to everything around the world to start basically destroying everything, That's why Kong didn't do anything, because Kong doesn't take orders from anyone. Kong just wants to do his own thing, and if you tell Kong what to do, he has a problem. I'm unsure, like, I would like us to get more Legends games. However, I'm not sure if we will for, like, two main reasons. One of them is the sort of the same vein as what Let's Go is, because we've actually been, let me go grab the game. We've actually been doing a Let's Play of Let's Go Pikachu. And at a few points in the series, I do, like, kind of mention how, you know, yeah, this was kind of, like, hyped up as a bit of a big thing. And then it never really kind of got expanded on. And I have a hypothesis about why that's the case. Because Legends, in sort of a bit of the same vein, was a bit of a stepping stone. It was a much smaller scale game that was easier to build, you know, easier to program, that could be sold and, you know, make, you know, a very large amount of money. But practically speaking, future games like it may not happen because it works best as a one-off. Which, there's a few other specific things about Legends that I think could be a little bit of an issue for, like, future stuff, is Let's Go was made as, like, a nostalgia hook to bring back people who, you know, had never played Pokemon before, who played predominantly Go, or people who, like, were, you know, Kanto people back in the day, who have since moved on, to try and bring them back in. Whereas Legends was also made as a bit of a, you know, demonstration of that this is what the future games can be, and to implement a lot of features that actually were, of course, made into this game. With likely Legends being almost a scaffolding to test how would this work, you know, basically a beta test, essentially, a viable beta test, essentially, of the game. And I think moving forward, that function might not be necessary. Because remember, Legends is a very small-scale game when you really think about it. There's only about 250 Pokemon, actually a little less than that in the game, and there's really no major battles. You know, like, you... Wait. Okay, no, it's not shiny. Also, a rotation of Splattershot, Glugadoolies, Swiffer, and a Question. Interesting. But yeah, it's... A lot of things that Legends did were very experimental. And a lot of that was eventually implemented into this game. And... yeah, it's not shiny. My, like, semi-running theory is Legends was almost built as a bit of a tech demo to test how would these work, would they work, and gauge audience interactions with it. And future games may or may not incorporate more of that. I mean, if they do, I would love it. You know, I love lore, and Legends did have a good amount of lore that it did. But my worry is they're not gonna do more with it, because if it was made as a tech demo, which is like the worst case scenario, it was a tech demo for this game. And that purpose has been fulfilled almost. I haven't finished all the levels yet, Ash. I haven't beaten every single level. That's what we've actually been going and doing. That's actually what the whole bonus videos are going to be. These are going to be all of the different, the levels I haven't done so far. Me collecting everything, and then it's going to be the final secret bonus level. So this is the first episode, this is the first bonus episode of basically finishing the remaining levels I haven't done yet. And eventually it's going to conclude with the secret final level, which I've known there was a secret final level for a couple of months at this point. I don't know what it is, but I know that it does exist. But hello there, Trainer Cal's. How are you doing? One of the mods, please go grab Trainer Cal's link, please. Again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I don't want to know anything about the secret level. I kind of want to experience it blind. It's kind of one of the reasons I enjoy doing the blind Let's Play series, is I enjoy going into games not knowing a thing. Alright, so let's get this one done, and we're actually going to be hitting odds on the next 10 eggs. Well, next 7 eggs we'll be hitting odds at. I gotta procrastinate school. Don't we all? Don't we all with procrastination? I despise procrastination. I have... You are right, but I choose to, Kels. I choose to do that. Anytime a content creator comes into the chat, I always love to drop their link. Because when I was, growing my channel the first time, actually a year ago, when I was still at college, it actually was like, the link drop shoutouts from a lot of the other creators that I knew that actually helped sustain the channel during that time I was no longer able to be active. And, that really did help keep the channel going. So that way when I did come back, when summer started, the channel just, took off into insanity. So it's like one of those things where, a bunch of people did this very nice thing for me. I want to do the same thing to everyone else. Because I know how much it meant to me, and I think that, for others, it will also mean the same to them. Hey, I mean, I'm always happy when you guys come into the channel for things like that, so I'm always happy to. Cyndaquil. I love Cyndaquil. Hi, Kayla, how you doing? Inner 3. See, Mudkip, the more you talk about Inner Agent 3, the less I actually want to get the Octo expansion, and more specifically Splatoon 2 as a whole. Because it's like, I struggle with Arena in Kirby. I'm not sure how well I'll be able to handle, that, if it's as bad as you say it is. You're not inspiring confidence in me, Mudkip. Which, granted, I mean, you have a way of despiring confidence in me anyway. Despiring? Is that a word? Honestly, I feel like that should be a word. Despiring, like the opposite of inspiring. To de-inspire, like to de-inspire. Despire. Then stop overhyping how difficult Inner Agent 3 is, Mudkip. You're making me not want to fight him. Because I'm worried I'm going to lose. Which is why I'm not doing any of that stuff live. I really want you to suffer. I mean, play out the Octo expansion. This is why we love you, Mudkip. This is why we love you. If you're going to get Splatoon 2 in the next expansion, prepare to see key point debt. I don't know. I feel... Well, I mean, uninspiring could just mean, bland. That could be just, bland or not very... it could be bland. Essentially. But, despiring is it deliberately puts you off from something. Yeah, it's a bit of a different counter. To despire, you opposite of inspire. Despire, see? Alright, and with this next egg, we will be at the final egg for under odds. If we don't get it on this one, we hit over odds. We're hitting over odds. We are hitting the button that is over odds. I am ready for another shiny hunt that is being a shoe. Because yes, for those who don't know who are new here, anytime a shiny hunt goes over odds, we refer to it as a shoe. Because that is what they are. They are all shoes. I love that. No, Inner Agent 3 is easy. See? It's easy. I defeated it a couple times, but beating it the first time is satisfying. Yeah, I feel it's probably one of those things where, like, after you do it once, then, like, you learn the patterns, then it becomes a little bit easier. Because, like, that's kind of why I actually replayed a lot of the Kirby levels to actually refight some stuff before I did what is it? Arena. We're like, okay, learn the patterns, learn things, because you guys did not watch, because I didn't record, my arena matches in Kirby's Return to Dreamland, because I didn't want you guys to see me failing. But I struggled. You know what? I want you guys to guess what boss in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe do you think I struggled the most against? And it was not it was not Magalore. It was none of, like, the final bosses. So it wasn't Landy, it wasn't Magalore. I will take those off the table already. You are never going to guess which was, like, the consistently hardest for me to take down. Have you beaten Champion or in Mario 3D World? I have never played Mario. I have never played a Mario game. I plan on playing Mario games. But yes. For those who are new and haven't heard this before, I have only played 3 Legend of Zelda games. We are working on a 4th one at the moment. We are presently playing A Link to the Past Blind. I have only played the side-scroller Metroid games. We're going to be playing Metroid Prime eventually. I have never played a Mario game. I have never played F-Zero. I have only recently played a few Kirby games. You know, recently, as in with, like, the last 4 years, played a Kirby game. Yeah. Suffice to say, I haven't played a whole lot of games, and I'm working on trying to play that. This is the we have hatched 515 eggs, now 516. So basically, the counter is the number of eggs we have hatched since starting this hunt. So basically, it's the number of encounters we've had. It's how we keep track of things. Yeah, shiny hunting is... Everyone knows the counter. Like, for me, this counter is just the number of eggs we have hatched without getting the shiny. Again, a lot of people do it differently. I mean, with Sword and Shield. Yeah, I mean, I love the Mystery Dungeon games. Also, Sleek, it's topical that you mention Mystery Dungeon, because we actually have, if you go into !playlist, putting it in right now, and you scroll down a little bit, we actually have a playlist that is our journey through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, which has presently been on a little bit of a hiatus. However, with summer reapproaching, we are very likely... There we go. With summer approaching once again, we are very likely going to be resuming that series. Because one of the main reasons we sort of stopped that series for a while was actually all of my background cards. So, like, you know, the layouts I have for all of my streams and everything got wiped. Because Streamlabs OBS had a freaking aneurysm and just deleted everything. And I am extremely OCD when it comes to my layouts. Like, the pixel measurements, I like everything being pixel perfect. I like having all of my stuff, you know, perfectly well done. But going back and searching through probably, like, hundreds of pages of DMs to find out the pixel measurements for everything is a bit of a long undertaking, and it's more than a little demoralizing. So I've kind of been, like, gradually working on doing it again. but we will be resuming that series. I want to see that series. We are going to be doing that series to completion. It will be back. Hear me out. Trick utility umbrella. Why? What? Please explain this super victory star. Explain the trick umbrella. But welcome in, everyone. How are you guys doing? Again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'm slowly losing my mind, but I got new funny tech. Really, I must see the funny tech. But yes, Sleek, I highly recommend you check out the Mystery Dungeon series. Let me just go grab that link for it. I think you will enjoy it. It is presently on a slight hiatus, but it will be resuming soon. Soon is all I can say about when it'll be resuming. I know your Discord DM. You should be able to control. Wait, where? Where's the Houndour? Oh, you mean in your game? You mean the Shiny Houndour in your game? Because we actually did get Shiny Houndour yesterday. Yeah, we got the second one for our Shiny Living Dex then. Shiny Living Dex. I can't skip off the hook. Sad Boys Energy Max. Sad Boys Energy Mudkip. Houndour is a good boy. I got time to catch up. Yeah, it's all good, Sleek. It's all good. Because I'm like, wait, Houndour doesn't spawn around here. You see a weather team and prankster trick utility umbrella into something. That's absolutely gross. But I feel like Iron Ball would just be more practical. Well, then again, that does take away the damage boost from rain. You know what? Honestly, that's actually not a bad play, Super Victory Star. That's actually very clever because it takes away the damage boost. I've been thinking about janky anti-rain stuff. It's funny. Oh. You know what? Super Victory, I am sending that DM to one of my friends, the one and only Shiny King, Mr. Landoni Pepperoni. Infernoman. The wonderful, wonderful Infernoman, who loves the Vanillix family. He is a Vanillix stan. And I stan Vanillix as well. I stan Vanillix. It's a great Pokemon. I love it. So Walk and Wake and Iron Leaves are coming back, but I'm not surprised by that. You gotta remember, lady, they're gonna be having the Shiny in the DLC, most likely. It's probably gonna be a DLC exclusive Shiny hunt to do, which I'm okay with. You might as well be walking on the sun. Set a look, attack, there ain't nobody's back. Yeah, just like it. Honestly, I have no idea. Actually, I know why. Like, anytime I see anything with, like, the past Paradoxmon, it puts me in the mood to listen to Smash Mouth, and it is entirely because the joke I can always make is you might as well be walking on the sun because they get powered up by the sun. So, you might as well be walking on it. I'm considering Jolly Electric. Why? What does Jolly Terra Electric Barrascuda done? Stanley asking phone. When I think living treasure. You are a fellow fan of Unova. You are a fellow enlightened follower of Unova. Yes. I love Unova. I actually do really like the Trubbish family, but I love the Vanillix family. Using that in my Let's Play of Black and White, Sub-Zero the Vanillux took some time to get going. But when that thing evolved, it became so good. I love it. It's like, this is one of what I would say, like, the most underappreciated Pokemon there is. And then, like, Gen 6 gifted it Freeze Dry, and it's like, yeah, no, this is, like, the ultimate water destroyer. The only issue that Vanillux actually realistically has is that it just gets ice moves and, like, Flash Cannon. Funny anti-rain tech. I've made Terra Electric Castro. Why? Why not just make it fire at that point? Why not just do fire-type Gastrodon? That doesn't make sense. Why electric? Well, then again, I know you and your hyper-offense... Also, speaking of you and your hyper-offense electric teams, I need to talk to you later about something. Because, like, I'm not using Tapu Bootleg, but I got some ideas. But I need a letter A through J. Okay. F. I know, Terra. Oh, it's anti-rain. Right. Right, it's anti-rain. Okay. So, like, Barraskewda's move pool is kind of trash in terms of coverage, right? It's like close combat and stuff, but like, it's like single target water, close combat, and like throat chop, right? I've never really used Barraskewda. The most research I've ever done on Barraskewda is when I researched it for Humberto's team week 5 of the EBL, and I saw that it couldn't one-shot Rotom Heat. And I'm just like, alright, next. Foxy, you know those words are heresy in this chat, Foxy. You know that is heresy of the highest order. Nope, none of those are things. 7. I love that the quillfish is just wandering on the ground. I think you might have been asking me for the letter and the number. You know, it's a shame that I'm probably not gonna ever get a reaction like me almost drowning when I got that shiny Zoro at 10. Only because... Do not tar and feather the entirety of the homeland of Unova just because of Jakey. Do not hate the great land of Unova exclusively because of one Jerkub as always. That is slander. It is not slanderous, your special landerous, Super Victory Star, but it is slanderous against the good name of Unova. Hello there! Hello there, Creepypasta Lady. Can someone please go grab Creepypasta Lady, or I guess that SCP lady. Wait, what is Matchmaker Station? But Jakey is not all that is Unova. Remember, Jakey lives in, like, Wisconsin or something. Jakey is not part of the Unova. Jakey is nowhere near the Unova. Don't hold that against Unova. Hold that against Jakey. Don't bully my precious Unova. See, you bullying Unova entirely for one Jerkub as always is no different than Jerkub as always killing your Eevee family. Trust me, Sleek, it's better without the context. We have a saying here on this channel. The best context is no context. It makes everything more funny. Hello there, Dawson. Welcome in. Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You know that. That's why we love you, Ash. That top-notch humor. Bye. Nope. Come on, Cyndaquil, you're over odds, you shoe. See, this is what Cyndaquil is being right now. It is being a shoe. Not quite as big of a shoe as Ho-Oh is in Dynamax Adventures 617, might I add. But it's still being a shoe. You will find the context on this channel just doesn't exist because it's better when stuff doesn't have context. Gigalith. That it is Gigalith. Like it is not even close. And I love most Unova Pokemon. But when it comes to Gigalith, it's like Gigalith is right here. My next highest favorite is Volcarone, and it's down here. It's like there is no gap. Like there's a gap. I love Gigalith. Also, if you want to see me pull off some insane shenanigans with Gigalith, check out EBL Week 6. Kaboom Goes the Cinderace. Because I managed to pull off Explosion Gigalith. And it just like, I pull out all, it's like, you know what, this is shenanigans time. Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as Mewtwo's Dynamax Adventures. Again, 23 times over odds at this point. Grimmsnarl attack will probably beat the Terrifier Great Tusk, I know it. Terrifier. Wait, are you a gym leader? Wait, are you a gym leader? Super Victory Star this season for the Penny Pokemon Challenge. Yeah, that's lucky, Dawson. We still need to get 3 of them, cause I'm doing a shiny living dex. The fastest egg I've gotten a shiny is 10 eggs for shiny Hisuian Zoroark. So are you a gym leader this year of the Penn State Pokemon Challenge? For those who don't know about the Penn State Pokemon Challenge, my college was Penn State, and I competed last year in the Penn State Pokemon Challenge, a year ago. Back when it was Sword and Shield, they did, like, you know, 3D printed badge circle thingies for all the badges, and I for a guy who doesn't know singles all that well, I mean, as well as doubles, you know, beating 2 of the Elite Four was definitely, I would say, a good thing. It took Santino to take me down. No, I'm challenging, but I'm running for VP. So why are you expecting Terrifier Great Tusk? See, now you have me intrigued. But where Terrifier Great Tusk fits into this whole conundrum. D. Because, I mean, I guess Terra Blast. Because I was like, what fire physical does it know against Terra Blast? Yeah, that makes sense. Unless it's like, you're expecting one of the Elite Fours to be ground or fighting or fire? So how does the Penn State Pokemon Challenge work this year with Scarlet Violet? Is it, they're allowed an off-type thing? Great Tusk plus Sun equals Strong. Only Sunsetter is Torkoal. Okay. Number 1 to 100, 1 through 11. We'll go with 3 for this one, Mudkip. So, I'm assuming this is the Fire Gym leader, or like the Fire Elite 4 member you're planning on? So that's actually really good. Yeah, Great Tusk is one of those Pokemon that I have thought about a lot VGC-wise. I never ended up using it because it never really meshed with my team plays. But, you know, I know you and I know we love that Tapu bootleg. We love them Tapu bootleg shenanigans. They can have an off type, they have to be tear. Okay, so it's not that much different from the streamer gym leader challenge. I might have to go DM you a thing about that. So I am championing for the streamer league, for the streamer gym league, the streamer gym leader challenge. I am the champion of the Elite Four for that one. Which is why I'm gonna send you some things that I'm thinking about for my champion team, just to give you like a re-rundown of like, do you think that these will actually work well, and where some shoring up points can be. Because again, I know you're a big fan of those jank hyper offense. D3 Slap Bracelet Station. Don't remember what this station is. Sounds like hell, Mudkip. That's what it sounds like. Wait, I got plans. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should be more nervous about Sun plus Terra Ground Torkoal. Why Sun plus Terra Ground? Why Sun plus Terra Ground Torkoal? It's like, what does Torkoal get out of Terra-ing into ground? It still preserves the weakness to water. It gets I guess it's weak to ice and grass, which is actually able to vaporize both of those with its fire modes. I'm not really sure what it gains with the ground typing. Because, it gets stronger earth power, but I feel like it would go into something else like the Great Tusk plus Sandy Shocks in Sun Sound Strongs. Yeah. The only issue is, though, that is a lot of weakness overlap. You know, they're both ground types with not great special defense, which is fairly exploitable. I did think about it, but it's like, that's a little exploitable. It's more than a little exploitable. Well, I know, but what does the Terra Ground benefit the Torkoal with, is what I'm saying. Man, I'm playing randomized Emerald that are after did for me, and I got... Nice! The best starter in the world. Metagross. The greatest starter. The funny thing is, for as much as I love Metagross, I never use it competitively. The closest I ever got to using a Metagross competitively was back in Sun and Moon, well, Ultra Moon, when it was the Tapu Fini giveaway for the competitive thing, and I used a Metagross there because it was one of the only Pokemon I had built competitively back then. At the time, I've built, more, of course, in subsequent games. But at the time, I was like, I'll just go with Metagross for this. Yes, but these are monotype gyms. It's pretty exploitative. Fair enough. I guess definitely Terra Ground Torkoal in a ground gym would be pretty good. Yeah, that actually, you know what, think about that, yeah, for a Terra Ground gym, yeah. Okay. Because I was thinking other way around. Oh, it's a Ditto. So they are allowed, so the gym leaders are allowed Paradox Pokemon then. I guess that makes sense, yeah. So what's the restrictions for like Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, and the other Apex Paradoxes? Although Apex Paradox is not an actual official term, it's just what I call, like, Iron Valiant, Iron Leaves, Roaring Moon, Walking Wake is what I call those. So with the Elite Four. Oh, yikes. I mean, yeah, you should be good. You should be fine. It's OU. Yeah, that makes it, yeah. Yeah, I have to keep in mind, I have to remember my brain. It's always Smogon rules is what Penn State goes with. If it's legal in OU, it's usable. Oh, dang, no Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle is funny meme guy. I love it. Like, I love the fact that after so many years of just being the butt of all of the jokes, a vaguely Delibird-shaped Pokemon traumatized Smogon. I love it. Iron Bundle is just silly. It's just like, no, funny Delibot. No, Delibird go burr. I love this thing. Delibot go burr. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in there's fun stuff that Paradise Pokemon have access to. I love it. I love the Paradise Pokemon. Iron Bundle perfectly fits my 18-19. Yeah, Tapu Bootleg. Tapu Bootleg could go so hard. Tapu Bootleg could have gone so hard this gen if Smogon didn't have their head up their ass when it came to things. Just let funny Delibot run free. Let the little Jack-in-the-Box toy go for the throat. Not very competitive savvy. Why does Iron Bundle scare Smogon? Basically, it gets a certain move called Freeze Dry. Now, Freeze Dry is a very interesting move in that it is an Ice-type attack. However, it is an Ice-type attack that will always be treated as super effective damage onto a Water-type. It is also extremely fast. What this means is if a Pokemon is immune to water, pretty much every Pokemon that is immune to water is a Pokemon that has Water Absorb and is itself Water type. Freeze Dry destroys all of those Water Absorbers. It destroys all of the Storm Drain users. Essentially, Freeze Dry and then the combination with Water gives it perfect coverage to just eviscerate teams. On top of, it is extremely fast. So it just does out a lot of damage. Which is why it scares Smogon. Which is why I like it. Matt, I'm enjoying this movie. I know. The 2v2 Soul Link is so good. Like, Kayla, you don't even know the half of how insane it's gonna be going. G, Mudkip, for the letter. Yeah. You don't know where the future episodes go, because we've recorded up to episode 4. And there are shenanigans that happen. There is stuff and things that goes on. There is no counterplay to Delibot. Yet, like, once we get Pokemon Home out, I predict Delibot is going to start falling off the map. Like, well, not falling off, but I predict Delibot's going to get a little bit worse when Pokemon Home comes out. Because when Home comes out, we're going to get a few other Pokemon that are immune to water and are not eviscerated by Freeze Dry. This time we'll go with 2. So, like, I think that there's definitely going to be some things that are going to knock down Delibot. I feel the Paradox Pokemon are going to start falling off a little. Like, not falling off, but they are going to decrease in prominence a little bit when, you know, the DLCs come. Like, I think when, you know, like, Lapras starts coming back, like, I think Lapras is exactly what the metagame needs to bring Iron Bundle and just tame Iron Bundle. Yeah, Rillaboom. I wish this was alcoholic if Rillaboom came back. Rillaboom is just a horror show. Like, they nerfed Grassy Glide, but nerfing Grassy Glide doesn't do a whole lot when it's only 10 base power that Grassy Glide lost, and what made Rillaboom good was, like, what made Grassy Glide good wasn't just that, it was priority on the terrain, with the damage boost. I love Lapras. Like, Lapras was on my VGC Sword and Shield teams as well. G-Max Resonance was fun. Ice Shard proccing my Togekiss weakness policy, which was my Dynamax play as well. Dynamax weakness policy, Max Airstream Togekiss was a hell of a thing. Mixed out with a little Freeze Dry Lapras with Body Press and Brine. You got a World of Pain right there. I freaking love that thing. I might as well pick the weapon for one Rapid Blaster Pro, Heavy Splatling, or... You know I gotta say it's Dynamo Roller. It would force out Iron Bundle, and then remove Energy Boost to boost, but it breaks. Also break the terrain. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a bit of a blessing, and I guess it's a bit of a blessing and a curse, and then, like, to have, like... You have Rillaboom back in the game, but at the same time, Iron Bundle is now legal in lower play. I guess it's not, like, as terrible. It's not as terrible. Yeah, it's again, lesser of two evils. Though, predicting the switch-in of Rillaboom with the Iron Bundle is going to be pretty critical. Because, like, I mean, I guess Rillaboom could be vested. Because Freeze Dry wouldn't do that much damage to it. Again, Freeze Dry is good. But most of Freeze Dry's oomph really comes from that it is generally hitting a lot of those water types at a quad effectiveness level. Because, again, most of the water types that are actually competitively very, very good are oddly 4 times weak to water. And not 4 times weak to ice. Trust me, Ash, we all hate Rillaboom. We all hate the boom. I hate Rillaboom competitively. As a Pokemon in one of my playthroughs, I don't mind it. It was actually really, really good. In my first playthrough of Sword and Shield, where I did pick it as my starter. So I like it because of that. But Rillaboom is like Incineroar. In that way of, I like the Pokemon for what it is. I just despise it competitively. Hello there, Chad Brown. How are you doing? Hope you're doing delightful. Hope you're doing delightful today. Oh, we've been live for about an hour and a half. Neato. Okay, we still got a couple. We still got a lot of bodies left. Hey, Casual. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope it was Casual if Chikorita's is doing well. Also, yes. Super Victory Star. My friend Landon also agrees with the love you place on the Snow Cone of Doom. I mean, we all love the Snow Cone of Doom. Snow Cone of Doom. Lure Ball! I'm getting this. I am selling a whole bunch of stuff because I want to get that Lure Ball. For those who don't know, I like the apricorn balls, and I compulsively check the Porta-Maronata auction house every like hour and some change because I want more of those. And they have a lure ball for sale, which means I can get another apricorn ball. Bye. Actually, no, I can sell. I'm here to sell. I want the apricorn balls. Candy. You know, yeah, I have so many things. What can I sell? What can I sell for some decent chunk of change? I have treasure, right? I have treasures. Yes, I can sell these. Yeah. Again, you will accumulate a very high amount of sell fodder items as you play. Yes, there we go. Not a whole lot. Wait, what do I have a lot? Oh yeah, they give me gold coins. I can sell this for a lot of money. There we go. What is it? Okay, yeah, I can sell. Steel beam. Plus combat. I'll sell hyper beam. I don't use hyper beam. I never use hyper beam. I never use Giga Impact. Okay, that should be fine. I'm sorry. I like the apricorn balls, Mudkip. I am sorry. They are rare. And I like them. Oh, nice. The members should boss the people as they get rich. Moderators. The people with the wrench are called moderators. I want this. Apparently, the way that you're supposed to win at the auctions is always pick the second option for price. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do. Demanding the link drop, that's what it is. I farm for the apricorn balls and sword and shield. Yeah, oh, I do the same thing, Slake. Every day, I actually load up my copy of shield, and I go around and I collect all the apricorns. It's like, I honestly find apricorn collecting, like, very therapeutic in a way. You know, if I haven't had a good day, I will just go collect all the apricorns. I just really like it. It's like, it's a nice, good, like, decomposition. Also, like, I will do, like, before I go to bed sometimes, because, like, it kind of, like, tires me out. Because they are limited availability is why they're expensive. But I agree, it's obscene. I think it's honestly to encourage you to do a lot more terror raids, because when you do terror raids, you get more sell fodder items, and then you use that to sell them, and then you use it to fuel this. Which is why I am wondering if they are going to be doing... There we go. I've seen one of these go for over, like, 750,000 Poké Dollars. So, I would say that was a pretty good steal right there. I am saving now so I don't lose that. I would say it is, Matt. I would say it is very, very solidly worth over 1 million Poké Dollars. Because you can... Oh, they are literally priceless. You cannot get them anywhere else other than doing the 1 in 1,000 lottery bullcrap odds from the freaking school tournament battle. I would gladly shell out all the Poké Dollars I have for those, because there is no other way to get them. Yeah, I don't have the DLC thing yet. I haven't ordered it yet. Also, they fixed that. Yeah, they fixed the save issues a few, over 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure. They fixed that on the 31st. They fixed that a while ago. Cyndaquil. Meta, what? Because I know you love the Dynamo. I know you love the Dynamo Roller, Mudkip. I just wanted to make you use the weapon I know you love. Is that so bad? I know you love the Dynamo. But no. Yeah, they fixed that a while ago. There was an update, like, I think like well over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks ago at this point, I'm pretty sure. Because it was the 31st. Because everyone was thinking, oh, they're going to add in home compatibility after the maintenance is done. Because they even commented on the save bug. Like Pokemon Company did publicly comment on it. Yeah, that thing's been fixed a while ago. To the Flings. The Flings Rangers! We have to reassemble the Flings Rangers, Mudkip. The Flings Rangers must be reassembled. Reassembled. 5. Reassembled. Cyndaquil. Alright. I think that probably actually this is a good sort of stopping point. We'll finish this next egg. We'll finish this next thing, and then I think we're going to go on a raid. I'm out of practice. It wouldn't go well. Trust me, winning isn't the point. It's about making a statement. It's about the message it sends. Full Flings a crew. It's about sending a message. It's not about winning. But winning is good as well. Yeah, my computer actually, for some reason, cannot randomize any game past Gen 5. Like, it can randomize Black 2 and White 2. And earlier. But it can't randomize, like, it can't randomize X on my onwards. It just stays, like, continuously, perpetually loading. It does not want to work. And I do not know what is wrong with that. Because my brother's computer can do it just fine. Mine just can't. Okay, casual. Quit it. Like, casual. Tone it down, please. It was funny before. It is somewhat losing its humor factor. Let's go find who we're going to be Mechanized Max's raiding today. Because, as usual, when we end off, we do a little bit of raiding. Yeah, Mudkip hates E-Leaders. Mudkip really hates E-Leaders. I'm pretty sure we all hate E-Leaders. But yes, there is a joke you are very missing. Yeah, there's someone else who's actually shiny hunting. Cyndaquil. Yeah, the marrying, exactly, that's kind of what I was saying, casual. It has kind of lost a little bit of its humor. With you do have it be, like, you fairly aggressively do it. But yeah, I know exactly who we are gonna go and raid. I got a vague idea of who we're gonna go raid. Yeah, I think I got a vague clue who we're gonna go raid. Yeah. I'll be real, I think if I had to pick sniper, it would be the E-Leader. Did you sniper? I'd pick the Hydra Splat. Yes, the greatest of all snipers in Splatoon, the Hydra Splatling. But you know what? Fair enough, Matt. That is honestly like the point of what snipers are in games. That is honestly the biggest mood thing for a sniper in a game. Alright. So, that is all for today. Let's go find someone to raid. Because the person I was going to go raid actually just literally ended off right now. So let's go raid someone who we have never raided before. AM Clockwork. So, I will see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. And if you haven't done so, please don't forget to check out the rest of the series we do. Exclamation Point Playlist will bring up those series. I think you'll enjoy them. And see you guys next time.